Welcome to Out Loud with Rob and Rachel. This is what happens when two ADHD brains come together and think out loud.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in again to the Out Loud podcast. How you doing today, Rachel?
Great, how you doing?
Good, everything's great. So today,
Look at our swag.
yeah, we got hats, a little swaggy swag.
We're moving and grooving with Out Loud.
If we ever become influencers, we'll have a store,
Yes.
an online store.
You can share in the merch.
So today we're going to talk about ADHD and friendships because I went down a rabbit hole.
I know.
I read the
Rob's
500
rabbit hole of research.
500-page book in 2 weeks. Not bad. I'm getting back on track. Getting back.
Yeah.
And not only that, I didn't tell you this, but I also listened to it
Hold on a
on
second.
audio.
So you read it first, 500 pages, and then you...
I read 5 chapters. So let me listen to it while I'm working, because with ADHD, I don't retain the book, but...
Wait, so you did both?
Yeah, I did both. Like when I'm driving.
Simultaneously?
No, at different time.
No, I know, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, did you finish the whole book reading
No,
it first?
no.
Or you just switched off?
Switched off.
Oh,
but the
switched
audiobook was
off,
always
yeah.
before.
Oh.
Next time I'm going to try the audiobook first, because I don't retain anything with the
Okay.
audiobook that much. But
You don't think so?
no, not like reading. Reading,
Okay.
I just...
Are you a highlighter or a marker of a book when you read?
I take pictures, then I do something with it,
Yeah.
of the pages. Then I
Okay.
do something. I upload it to ChatGPT, extract the notes, and I have notes of the things that I find interesting,
Okay.
and I want to learn more about.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
that's like a bullet point kind of list for you.
And we're not going to go into it, I don't think, today. Maybe we will, but I started to listen to the book, Let Them, right? But both her book and the book that I was reading, How to ADHD, had something in common. They made a big deal out of friendships.
Okay.
Making friends, like how people with ADHD have a hard time making friends and how friendships are so important. And during this whole time through these chapters, I felt like a weirdo because it's not that important to me, as sad. I don't know. Like I felt like,
Yeah.
I don't understand
had a need
that.
to have a ton of friends.
Right. No, either did I, or even making friends. I never had a hard time making friends. I had a hard time getting rid of
They
them.
might be. So do I. Do you think they might have been referring to people who have that social component to ADHD?
They didn't mention that. They just meant because
That's really interesting to me.
they mentioned a lot of it was because ADHD people, they hyper focus on something. They're very intense people.
And that's like a turn off to something.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, I always just found those also heavily intense people. But what I've realized is those relationships, those friendships only last about a year.
A really intense relationship.
Yeah, where everything's a difficult
Powder keg of a situation.
Yeah, and I think for me it's because I'm attracted to what conversations often, or the people who like to have these intense discussions with me think differently than me. A little bit too much. Like we think differently a lot. You're slightly to the left, I'm slightly to the right, but that's
More
not that
to
much.
the middle, both of us, though, I would say.
Right.
I'll say I'm a citizen without a
I mean, just
party.
because of your career, teacher,
Right.
it would
There are
make more
certain
sense.
aspects of it that I need to be, yes.
Right. And for
Certainly.
and for me as a small business owner, I can't have an attitude of equity because no one gives a shit about me at the end of
I
it.
get
Like
it.
so, my mindset, I got to be like, no one owes me fucking nothing,
Right.
and I got to wake up every day if I feel sick or not. I don't deserve anything unless I work for it.
But here's the thing, though. I feel the same exact way.
No, I know you do.
We
I know you do.
talked about that.
Right.
As part of being the ADHD that drives that aspect of us. Like
Right.
you and I were talking the other day about how you said people with ADHD are almost always late. And one thing about you and I is that we're never late.
No, I'm never
And
late.
it bothers me so much to be late. I mean, I told you the saying that I have with my kids is on time is late.
Mm-hmm.
You know, late is unacceptable. That's just the bottom line. Like early is on time.
Right.
And that's the only way that you should ever be. And
Yeah.
that's it. Like there's no question. I hate when people are late. I find it insulting, actually.
Yeah, and there's certain people that are always
Well,
late.
because I feel as though, again, it goes back to the time thing that I take time very seriously. It's a commodity. You
I
can't
do
get
too.
back.
I think that's what we have in common.
Right.
My time
So
is
it's
very
valuable,
important. Yeah.
right? So if somebody's late, during your time, like, and you're there
Right.
sitting waiting for them, like, why is it that your time, whatever it was that you were doing, and now I understand things happen. I'm not talking in absolutes, right? Like, I'm not saying all or nothing. Traffic happens, accidents happen, but if you live 5 minutes from the job and I live an hour and a half and you're late consistently every single day, it's not because of traffic. It's because you are late. You do 1.5 million odd things.
Here's my pet peeve.
Okay.
I got a good one.
Okay.
And it's going to drive you crazy too.
Oh, no.
And we got off track already.
Get off track.
But that's okay. I hate when...
We have a list here, by the way. We literally have a list of things that we need to talk about, and already we're off the rails.
All right, tell me if this doesn't drive you crazy. When you're supposed to meet somebody at 5 o'clock and they're running late, and they text you at 5 o'clock to say they're running. If they don't text you at 4:30... knowing that, but that's an ADHD thing, but it still shouldn't be an excuse.
The texting at 5 o'clock on time?
Well, no, it's just the no sense of time is an ADHD.
Always?
Yeah, like even, not always, but even like not understanding how long it's going to take to finish your project. That a lot of people...
Okay, so then you're talking about executive functioning.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But I feel like, I don't think that it's always that the person, I really feel like sometimes they're just assholes and they're late and they're oh, well, I really want to be there on time. I don't want to say that I think they're assholes, because that's not true. I think that they want to be on time. They know they're not going to be, so they push it till the last minute.
Isn't it an executive function, though, on some level? I mean, but...
It is an executive functioning.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're ADHD.
But how the hell do you text 10 minutes before you're supposed to be someplace and you're an hour away? I mean, that happens a lot.
A lot.
And especially when we were when our kids were younger, we weren't going out to dinner as much because the kids were too small. We would have couples over, and then you had the appetizers, like you're having stuff like all set, really, and all of a sudden it fucking used to drive. It ruined my whole night. Like I couldn't recover from. I think that was an ADHD.
It is
thing.
an ADHD.
I couldn't recover from.
I'm very similar to that when it comes to certain.
I'm
it
like,
takes a lot.
I'm the state of fuck home.
Oh. No, now that you're saying things like that, I'm thinking back on my dad, and like there are certain things like totally that he would respond in those types of ways.
Right.
And I mean, I always said to you that I now.
Oh, a reminder of her father. Watch out.
That the ADHD.
Yeah.
The symptoms, not that you remind me, but learning more about adult ADHD.
Yeah.
Is making me see a lot of the things that my father did in a different light, because probably he was absolutely ADHD.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, that's
because your mom isn't, so you're...
Yes, she is.
Oh, your mom is?
Oh, my God, yes, she is.
Oh,
It's all over my family.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
Which is fine, because everybody has a superpower in my family.
Yeah,
so,
that's so
the
funny.
ADHD has been a superpower for everybody in my family. It really, we've been, again, knock wood.
But back to the friendship stuff. Let's reel it back a little bit. Okay. So again, through all these, the both of these books, they were putting such an emphasis on friendships, and I was often wondering why. Like, I felt like a weirdo that I don't desire.
Were you a loner as a kid? I mean, like talking elementary school.
Yeah,
like
so
elementary school. Did you have a big group of friends?
I was a popular kid. I think because I was tall.
Even in elementary school?
Yeah. I was kind of we had a close-knit family. It's much different than how East Brunswick was and is now. I think I was well-liked. How about that? Not popular. Right. I was well-liked, not popular.
I actually think well-liked is better than popular.
But I remember, like, even in during lunchtime,
were you sitting with,
No, I mean during recess when you played outside, I would ask the teacher if I can go inside and write stories. Oh. I like being alone. My dream is to go to Crater Lake in Oregon. I've been there in the 90s alone for a week. Like, I can just be alone. Yeah. So I am a loner.
So I was not. I was definitely a social butterfly. I was a social butterfly up until... But I was a social butterfly, but I loved being alone.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Like in school, when I had to be social, I was a social butterfly. when I didn't have to be social, I thoroughly enjoyed being by myself.
Right.
So I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah.
I mean, survival of the fittest. Like I did what I needed to do in those situations, but then maybe when I was alone, I was like,
yeah, you probably just didn't care.
Right. Like,
whatever.
And I didn't care if you didn't like me. I didn't have to keep up with the Joneses.
Right. That goes back with the let them kind of
Okay.
thing. Yeah. Thing with the Mel.
But as far as friends, like it didn't bother me not to be in the you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't even mean that. Like, it doesn't even bother me not to have any friends. Like, I don't need friends. I have so much stuff that I like to do, whether it's Eyes on EB, blogging. Like, I'm fucking busy all day. Like yesterday from 7:30 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night.
Right, but don't you feel like you need an outlet every once in a while to be like,
This
hey,
is my
can you
outlet.
believe that?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Like a guy, like a dude, can you?
No,
I mean, listen to what this person said.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't think I have any.
Women do that. Like we do.
Yeah.
We have conversations, and like I text my girlfriends and I say, you can't even imagine.
Really?
Absolutely. Like, this is crazy.
That's
just
more of a woman thing.
Maybe.
Like,
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, when men are from Mars, women we're totally, yes.
Yeah, I don't even think I talk to any guys. I'm trying to think. That might be weird too. No, I don't. There's not one text, one person. Yeah, where it's more than once a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Or women, really. I don't even text anybody.
I know, right? So that's good then. Yeah. You're very, very satisfied in your life.
Sometimes
like that's
Gina's
really
like,
good.
Who the fuck are you talking to? I was like, myself. Yeah. I have full conversations.
I actually do also.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to tell you, I thank God for like the headphones and stuff because it gives me an excuse and it doesn't look like I'm talking to myself sometimes.
I constantly
see. I always talk to myself. I talk things through. I think that's part of my ADHD.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
I don't know.
I have to actually say the words sometimes in order for it to flow and make sense in my head. For me to actually, organize the thoughts in my head, sometimes I do have to say them out loud. I think it also goes to maybe I'm an auditory learner. I don't know. I'm an auditory and a visual learner, actually. I'm a multimodality learner, actually.
But one of the things I found fascinating is how the extent, and I'm not making fun of anybody, but the extent people will go through to find friend, like there's a Bumble, but there's a Friends Bumble, I guess. Did you know that?
I don't even know how to work the regular Bumble. Yeah. I mess up all the time. I mess up.
Yeah, so there's a Friends Bumble where you go and you just looking for, like, I just couldn't imagine.
I actually think, then the empath in me, which ADHDs are empaths, then that makes me feel really happy that there's a place for people who don't have friends.
No, it's great.
And maybe they're not great at making friends. And then it gives them a straight avenue.
Something that just came to mind, me and you have the benefit that we live in the area we grew up in.
True.
So maybe if you're going into a new area.
New area?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that a lot?
I would just go to a bar by myself.
But who goes to bars that much?
I know, but you know what I mean. I'll go coffee shop. Yeah, I don't know. I just found that interesting.
Who goes to,
Yeah.
I don't really know that many people sit at bars anymore, unless you're meeting somebody at a bar, like hanging out with or watching a game or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't.
Yeah, maybe it's coffee shops now.
Maybe, right. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But I felt like a weirdo that I don't need
I don't think
friends.
you're a weirdo that you don't need friends. I think you're...
But I mean, it was like chapters about friendships and maintaining like it was like a whole, like I actually, that's the part where I just kind of skim and I listened to because it wasn't resonant.
Was it about how like people with ADHD don't know how to maintain friendships?
Yeah, how they can kind of, so an example would be somebody with ADHD when they're younger. Hi, my name is Rachel. Hi, I'm Rob, and I used to be 250 pounds, now I'm 200.
Too much information.
Yeah.
The person's like, whoa.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so then there's like social nuances that they don't understand, and it turns people off.
And I'm like that, obviously. Like, I can get like I was upstairs on the third floor here as a client of mine, and I started going off the rails, but like just talking about something, like the ADHD
You're
kicked
so
in.
self-aware. When you say
Well, that's what I mean.
I wonder whether or not, like, there are so many times where I'm off the rails and people are like, she is batshit crazy.
Well,
Where is she going?
I saw it in her eyes, like, where the fuck is this guy going? And I was able to reel it back. Well, I read a lot about social,
You're
about
going to have
EQ.
to tell me if I get like that.
No, you don't get like that.
Have I ever been around?
No, not really. No.
I mean,
Oh, a little bit.
Oh my God, when?
A little bit. No, I mean, you just do it in public on social media. You don't. It's just out there for the world to see. Yeah,
Really?
it wasn't just you. Or,
I did?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
About situations in our town?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's different. Yes. Okay. I'll take that
I'm
one.
like, oh, shit.
I'll take that one.
Yeah. But
I'll take that one.
But I actually saw it in the guy's eyes, like where it was like, where the fuck did this come from? Because it was after the meeting. It was
Right.
It was on the way out, and yeah.
You
So
threw him off.
yeah, it was like, holy shit.
How'd
Like,
you rein it back in? How'd you
I just slowed down and just
did you smooth it over?
Yeah, it wasn't anything bad.
Right, I know, but were you
I know well enough.
ruin your rep?
I knew he would agree with me.
Okay, gotcha.
But,
you know, okay.
yeah,
He was on your side about what you were ranting.
Yeah, we were ranting about.
All right.
But he's he's a business guy. It's the time, right? Like it's not respecting. I felt like I wasn't respecting his time. And that's where my ADHD and time comes in. So it's not just about being late for me. It's like, even when I'm talking to a client, I'm not the small talk guy. Like I can't even fucking fake it. It's terrible. And then there's some people, I think they like me. Like I could be likable sometimes. So they just want to hang on to the conversation. I was like, dude, I gotta like fucking go, man. Like I gotta.
How do you navigate through that situation?
I just honest with, like, I can't help it. Yeah, like that's where I think I'm on the spectrum a little bit. Like that's where like all the honesty comes out. Like I gotta go. I mean, like I go. Yeah, it's like that's not gonna make you money. So,
right.
Well,
because it's a concrete. You're very it fascinates me how you're able to hone in on those types of things within yourself. We were talking about this earlier, how people are not honest with themselves, but they think that they're so honest with themselves, right? Well, we were just talking about it.
Yeah, what's her name again? Mel
Robbins.
Robbins.
Before you say that, I have to correct something in the last episode.
Okay,
if you're watching this in order, last week we talked about Mel Robbins, and I had listened to a podcast that she had, and she had a guest on. I said he was Dr. Brian Palmer. He was not. He's Dr. Chris Palmer. Out of Harvard, I was correct about that. But his first name is Chris, not Brian.
Oh, okay. Feel better now?
I do. I had to just correct that so that I wasn't sharing false information.
And we'll talk more about it another day, but I never listened to anybody that was so honest about themselves. Like I always thought I was honest about myself, but not verbally. Like she
with an audience also.
Like with an audience, but so brutally honest where the stuff is just cringy, where cringy in a way that if you were honest with you would be cringing yourself out of the way you behave.
About your own.
Holy shit. Yeah, it was really she's really something. And by the way, you got to listen to her audiobook because no one can read a book like her. It's like, it's kind of like how you talk like in the conversation. Like I don't understand why more people don't know how to read a book like she knows how to read a book.
Maybe because she's ADHD.
Maybe.
So I continued her the rest of that podcast, and she talks about that's exactly what she talks about, whether or not if she had the choice, she would take her ADHD away.
Right.
Because this doctor says that there are certain things that you can do to almost cure ADHD. She said, I don't think I would want to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it either.
Me neither.
I wouldn't want to change anything about me.
I honestly wouldn't either. I believe that my ADHD is one of my superpowers. It's what allows me to survive through all of the crap and all of the shit that is thrown at me on a daily basis and has been almost my entire life. I really believe that ADHD helps me weed through all of it.
And for me,
I do.
Yeah, for me, between the ADHD and some other things, it just made me read a lot and made me more aware, made me more knowledgeable about things. I mean, I look at so many people like that I know pretty well. It's like, fuck, man, I wouldn't want to be them. And not in a bad, not in a negative way. And they're wonderful. They're very smart people sometimes. They're articulate. It's like
different set of problems.
Yeah, it's just like it's like they're just winging it or something, like they're just kind of winging through life without any just yeah, it's
You think it's because they're not truthful with themselves? Like that's an interesting but that hit home for me because I don't know that. I mean, if I'm being honest with myself and you, honestly, on a podcast, I mean, are we all ever truly honest with ourselves?
I was. I'm
right?
not.
I'm definitely not.
I'm not. I don't know if I can get to that level. Like I wouldn't know how to get to the level she's at.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she hit rock bottom. Like they hit rock, like she talks about.
No, I know. Yeah, she
like
talks about it. Yeah.
She talks about how she hit rock bottom. I imagine maybe that's the key.
I know a couple of people that hit rock bottom through addiction, and they're pretty open with everything.
Right, like,
so maybe I have to hit rock bottom for.
Well, let's hope that never happens.
I don't know if I want to go there.
Right.
We're old to hit rock bottom.
Let's try the easier way out. I mean, unfortunately, life has not always been hard for either one of us.
Yeah.
Try not to go down the harder path on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be smart. But I do think that I do believe that I am not always 100% truthful with myself.
No, I'm definitely not, and I'm disappointed because I thought I was.
I think if I'm being honest, I think you're probably more honest because when you read things, you internalize them, and then you try to seek it out within yourself, and then like almost bring it to the surface and like weed through it. Like I'm different. I tackle things differently than you in that way. I don't go through. You go hardcore all the way. Like, all right, let's figure this out. Let's see how this fits into my life. Let's see how I can work
the
through
curious part of the end. Yeah, absolutely. And for me, it's easy to fix things once I know a lot of people are going through the same thing.
Okay.
So a lot of the things that I struggle with, I always thought I was the only one.
That's what she says.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Isn't that a thing? That's what he said. But that is literally what she says very often. It's a recurring theme of her that she thought she was alone in experiencing all of this, and that she just had to accept it, and that this was just what she was.
Exactly.
And it is what it is, and everything's going to be difficult, and you just kind of have to take the lumps as they come. And she says that when she watched her son go through the difficulties that he went through, that's when she said, holy shit, that's exactly what I went through.
Right.
And she realized that she wasn't alone, and that this is so much more common than anybody ever talks about, unfortunately.
Yeah.
At least back when we were younger, nobody ever talked about it.
Right.
Hardly ever, except in boys.
Yeah.
And even then it was like, not you guys, but boys were just like the problem kids. They didn't say, oh, he's ADHD. They said, God, he's crazy, or...
Even when it was a physical thing with me, I had AFib for 3 years. I didn't know it, and I didn't have the high heart rate because I was already on medication to control the heart rate. But what happens is it fucks up your head. Mm-hmm. It makes you very anxious and crazy. On top of ADHD, could you imagine that? And then, but once I knew I had the AFib and it wasn't me, I was able to control until I got my surgery. Like it was almost... You
were able to control it on your own
because you knew you
had it?
Because I thought I was losing my mind. So once I realized I wasn't losing my mind, I literally thought I was losing my fucking
So are
mind.
you one of those people who could probably talk themselves out of a panic attack then?
I'll never have a panic attack. Yeah.
Why were you so on?
No, I'll never have. No.
I will never have a panic.
I would have had one by now. No, that's not in me. Yeah, that's
right.
No. The more pressure on me, the more calmer.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah,
I thrive under pressure.
Yeah,
always. Yeah, I do my best.
That's the ADHD.
Yeah.
But,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'll never have.
Do you find though that you deal with things that like bigger things better than you deal with smaller things, or vice versa?
Bigger things for sure.
You deal with them better.
Yeah.
Bigger things, more catastrophic things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Than the little like mundane.
Yeah.
Somebody cutting you off in traffic or something like that.
That used to get me. Well, that's the thing. When you had AFib, you didn't know it. That cutting
it triggers you, right?
No, you had no fuse because your body's. So your heart's supposed to beat like this. Your chambers. Your AFib, it's like this.
Oh, so it's beating all the time. It's crazy, constant.
It's like a crazy thing. So there was like no fuse. Like there was. I had a temper. Like I would have to say, "Don't talk to me today."
Wow.
Yeah, and I would have it for 3 days straight, which is unusual. I would have it 70% of the day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah.
So 70% of the day you were ready to like
70% of the time. So what I didn't know, the reason why I quit drinking is because one drink of alcohol will gives you 100% chance of putting you into AFib. Two drinks or more, 300% chance more to put you. So
if you already have it or in general?
if you already have it.
Okay.
Right. So, but I didn't know. So I thought alcohol, I got allergic to alcohol. Oh, I thought alcohol was causing me depression because what happens is you drink, you go into AFib, you behave a way you don't want to because you're in AFib.
You feel like shit that you behave
that way, that you treated people the wrong way. It's a vicious cycle. So I thought alcohol was causing depression. It was a fucking AFib. Then I got zapped. You know, they go in, they zap you, and I'm 100% cured. I don't have it anymore. I can drink if I want to, but I went so long without it.
Right.
At this point, it's like, why bother?
Yeah.
So, but definitely catastrophic kind of things. Yeah. How about you?
Right. I would say catastrophic things.
Yeah.
So, like, when I found out I had cancer, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, where do we go from here? When I found out I had twins and I was a single mom by choice, I was like, okay. I mean, I remember like, you know, thinking it was more than that, you know, more than, two. Yeah. And freaking out. And I remember saying literally in the sonogram, please stop there. Please stop there. I said it to the doctor and he was like, looks like 2. And in those, like, I mean, I was nervous, but I never lost my cool. If you cut me off, like in the morning, like I'll get road rage, but it doesn't last long for me. So like in the moment, I'll react. I'll overreact, definitely. Like I'll curse you out or something, you know, in my car or something like that. I have a short fuse when it comes to little things, but they don't last long.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, probably.
I've seen the short fuse before. Yeah.
I do have a short fuse.
That's the let them theory again. That will help you at the end of the book.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you can't control that.
I know. I am not. I'm better than I used to be with, you know, that, like, what do you call it? The serenity prayer of like knowing what you can, you know, being aware of what you can control and what you can't control. And like, I'm not great at that. No, I'm not great at that. Yeah. So I'm being honest with, definitely. Yeah. Is that an ADHD thing though? Do you think, like, the not being able to like just let those little things go?
Yeah, I would think
because it sets your rhythm off, right? So
yeah.
I mean, I think with us, it's like, at least with me, like I do have in the morning, I leave almost the exact same time every day. Like I have a routine. I do everything almost in the exact same
well, you have
order.
to stay on track. Yeah, I mean that's common though. You know that, right?
I do know that.
Yeah.
And so. But what I'm saying is that if certain things throw me off, then I can,
No, I got
then
you.
I'm like, I'm 5 minutes, even though I'm not really 5 minutes late. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be, you know, for like 5. And then I'm in the car and I'm okay about it. But yes, it throws me off.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I would say little things in the long-winded way. That was me saying little things. But I don't. That's okay. So I'm being more honest with myself.
No, look
so
at
there
that.
You go. I know. And you're going to continue.
Are you seeking more friendships?
No, I'm too old. Is that a problem?
No.
That I just said that I'm too old to seek. That's not true. So it's not like I don't want to make new friends at this stage in my life. It's that I have again, back to the time. I have so little time.
Right.
That if you're okay. And this is something that I have been honest with myself about, because it used to bother me when my friends would not take 5 minutes out of their day to just text me like once every whatever, right? Like, and I would be like, I don't get it. Like, it's texting. It's so easy. It's really easy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Just take 5 seconds.
That's in Mill's book too, but go ahead.
And be like, you know, hey, how's it going? I'm thinking about you. And it does bother me because I do that. I do that a lot, and a lot of people do not do that. So that, I guess I've let that go. You're saying that's a Mel thing, to let that go?
Yeah, to let that go. And then also the book I read, How to ADHD, she was saying people with ADHD forget to do that. And she was reminding people just to reach out, say, hey, I've been really busy. I'm just letting you know that I'm thinking of you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, in today's day and age with texting, it doesn't take a lot to do that. But I have gotten better at accepting the fact that other people are not as capable of things as I am, or that other people juggle things differently. So, because in the same respect as I've gotten older, I have gotten worse at that. So would I make new friends? I would make new friends if you're okay with a low maintenance friendship.
Right.
I can't have a high maintenance
So that's
friendship.
acquaintance, right? So there's a
Right.
difference between
I
a
guess,
friendship
right.
and acquaintance,
Yes, an
right?
acquaintance. Like I have enough people who are my people.
Right. That's.
I have a village.
Yeah. So
a close village.
I have more I like acquaintances.
Oh, you like more acquaintances?
Yeah, instead of friendships. Because a friendship to me is it's always in my lifetime has been an intense thing. It's an intense fucking
See,
thing.
I don't want a friendship.
No.
I can't.
No, I can't have it.
Don't have the bandwidth.
But here's an interesting thing. Every time that I go to make changes, like, so I went off Facebook because I'm ready to make some changes, right? And it's always eliminating things in people. And what I realized the last time I did it, and I forgot this time, it's not adding things. It's always...
When you're making changes, you're saying it's always eliminating.
Elimination.
Interesting.
Less distraction.
No, that's not true. That's not true. What did you add recently?
Reading, I know.
Not only that.
What?
You're going back to the gym.
Yeah, I'm going back to the gym.
So you added that too. So it's not only elimination.
But that goes... Part of the changes was the focus on reading and working out. That was the... Because there's three things that when I do, my life is better. Reading, always reading. Working out and eating healthier. Those three things is the core of makes my relationship better with my family. If I can do those three things, everything else fixes itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the goal to leave.
Your equalizer.
But I had to eliminate so much friends sometimes.
Because doesn't that take up time?
Yeah, time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're eliminating time wasting.
Yeah.
You're eliminating the things that suck the time out of your day.
When
to replace it with the things that you feel as though you want.
Right. Yeah.
Now,
realistically, I can manage it all, but
if you had friends who aren't high maintenance.
Yeah, it's not so much high maintenance. It's more of that discourse, that discussion, those discussions that you have. But one thing I did do that I don't think I'm ever going to go back to, I got off all group texts. Group texts fucked me up.
They are very annoying.
But even good ones, like even ones I enjoy, are not good for me reaching my goals.
It's like that.
Yeah, I do.
What are you talking about?
A lot of politics stuff because I like talking about that, social issues and stuff like that with people you disagree with. But yeah,
that's why your texts are so intense.
Right? Yeah, but everything I do is intense. All my relationships are mostly intense.
No, but like in those group texts, you're seeking out discourse that is disagreeable almost.
Right. Yeah, I like disagreeable people.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah. Yeah.
What does that say? About...
I like people that disagree with me.
We had a little disagreement on there. Yeah. We do. We have disagreements all the time, and then we agree to disagree because we're
good at cutting it off. You're good at
agreeing to disagree.
Yeah, you're good at that. Yeah.
I think because
I'm not good at that.
And I have to tell you, I think that that's a boundary that I've learned to draw. I had to draw that boundary because I can get sucked in and I can get mean and I can really verbally assault somebody if I truly felt as though I wanted to.
10 more months, you'll be sick of me.
No, but well, according to some, we're using each other, right? So there's that. But I think I've learned in my old age how to cut that off and just to say, I don't really want to fight. Yeah. We could sit here and beat the dead horse. It's still dead, and you're going to think your way, and I'm going to think my way. And I respect your way, but because of the perspective that I'm coming from, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think I've learned to kind of say it that way.
Yeah, for me, I think it might be an ADHD thing because I get so intense sometimes that I'm not necessarily passionate about certain subjects. Right. I just find them interesting. Like I can find something interesting,
right,
and not care.
But are you able to cut it off at that moment if the conversation is over, or do you try to keep it?
I don't think I articulate that. That's why I told you today, I don't really care about this.
Right.
Like,
so you were okay when it ended. Is that what you're saying?
I just find it interesting how it's going to develop.
Well, you don't care what the outcome is.
No, I don't care. But it's an interesting
point of information.
I like social experiments. I like those social experiments.
Yeah. So conversation was to have a conversation. Okay.
Yeah, like where is this going? Right. Okay, it's happening in 3 places. Is it going to happen in more places than the whole way you thought about certain things have to change.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So it's just that it's interesting when I always pride myself of catching things early.
Yes.
Like
I
a
know you've spoken
trend,
about
you
that
know?
before. Yeah.
Yeah. And I see it. It's like, oh, this is interesting because it only takes a little bit of time, a couple of people to stand up, like in your school. If you have 100 employees, it could take 2 people to have a different view and change the whole culture of a school system.
Oh my goodness, without a doubt.
10%. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, both ways, toxicity
Right.
and positivity.
Good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. I always say that. Like yes.
But that's like that's like prove it. It's like 2%.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I have to articulate myself better when I actually care about something, or it's just interesting. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was just a point of interest.
Yeah, it was just a point of interest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll keep it on the
it's always
watching
unpopular beliefs. People speaking about their unpopular beliefs comfortably out of the blue. It's
more and more now.
Right. But it is making an impact. You know,
yes.
whether it's democratic socialism,
it's precedent setting,
right?
100%, right. It is precedent,
and it's just a populist attitude. Yeah, something to get people want something to stand behind.
Yes,
like they want to get behind something. They feel the need for that.
Yes, and that's interesting because that's one of the things. Because I'm gonna segue into another topic that we've talked about before, and that's the people we've talked about. That people like to join those movements, but they don't like to get their hands dirty.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. They don't like to, make the actual changes.
Right.
They like to cause friction, or what do you mean? No, that's not what you mean. You're talking
that's
about
not what I mean. It's not
being a part of something than not doing anything.
Being on the fringe, like always being there. But like when somebody says, all right, great, we need this, this, and this, they're like, oh, I can't.
Right. So I had those experiences. Like I was on a board for a nonprofit for like 7-8 years. And it was similar things. Like people would come up with these great ideas, but nobody wanted to implement them.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, it's so funny because what I find is that afterwards, after you do all of it, you know, with a very small number of people, the talkers, all they want to do is like elevate you and like blow you up, right? And like blow smoke up your ass and think that that's going to be like, you know, enough.
Couldn't do it without you.
Oh my goodness. You are just, you know.
Where do you get all your energy from?
Right. Yeah. How do you do it? You're amazing. You're this, you're that. And it's so, you helped us so much. And it's like, you know, we're going to do this for you. And I'm like, you know, that's great. And that, you know, I appreciate the, you know, the congrat, whatever. But I would have really appreciated the help, like in the moment, like while I was here until 12 at night while I worked 2 jobs. I would have appreciated the help then. I don't really need the accolades after. It means nothing. Like, I don't do it for the accolades. It's interesting to me that...
Here's an interesting concept. So there's a book by Adam Grant. He's a business psychologist, like a Harvard guy, smart guy. I always like guys that can articulate, but also have the academics to back up their studies and all that. Like, that's important to me, right? You need both.
Yes.
And so he wrote a book, Give and Take. So there's 3 types of people: givers, takers, and matchers. So a giver is a giver, a taker is a taker, right? You know what a matcher is?
They match both, right?
So a matcher is, if you do something for me, I feel like I have to do something for you. I don't want to owe you. Or
I'm a matcher.
Or I'll ask you for something because I'm going to...
Hey, we're on the same level.
No. Or I'll ask you for a favor first. I'll ask you, if you ask me, I'll ask you for a favor. If I ask you for a favor, then I want to give you something right away. And in return,
you want to level the playing field.
And vice versa, though. If you ask me for something, I'm going to ask you for something too. Both ways?
No, I will never ask you for anything.
Right. So,
no,
but that's more,
I won't.
But that's more of a giver, right? But the point of the book is...
But I am a giver, but I will never ask. I never want to need somebody.
Right. But you won't do something for me just because you're going to ask me to do something for you. That's what a matcher kind of is.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Right.
No,
But matchers are okay to have in your life, according to Adam Grant. But here was the most interesting thing is.
Wait, why? I want to know why matchers are okay to have in your life.
Because they're better than takers. Not everybody's a giver, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's even. So having a friendship that's even,
you can get something from them, but
you're
going to have to give something
even
back in return.
The fact that they want to match is not a terrible thing. That they're acknowledging things that
it's transactional.
Yeah, they're transactional.
Right? It's not authentic.
In a way, he didn't go there. That wasn't in my vocabulary when I read the book, which is interesting. But here's the most important thing: so the takers are the most successful short term. Right, which makes sense, right? Short term. Mm-hmm. So
they get what they need.
So who are the most successful long term?
The matchers, right?
Givers.
Really?
Who are the biggest failures long term?
The matchers,
the
probably.
Givers.
How is that possible?
Both.
It's like a paradox.
It's both.
An oxymoron.
So, right. No, but it could happen percentage wise. But here's the difference. Ready for the difference?
Yeah.
The givers who give.
Okay.
And are the most successful, there's a limit. They'll stop giving when they stop reaching their goals.
Mm-hmm. Oh, or when it gets in their way. Is that what it is? Like
when they're not able to finish their own task
right, when
anymore.
It gets in the way of their own lives, they draw the boundary.
And
they draw the line.
And the biggest failures are the ones who keep giving and they can't give
makes
back.
Perfect sense.
And that when I read that book, it was life-changing.
And it's interesting because I think I've been both types of givers at different times in my life.
Right.
Different aspects of my life,
too.
Right?
I changed after I read the book because I would stop reaching the things I had to do to help people.
I would too.
But once I read that book,
I've given so much of myself up to give to other people.
And that goes back to
relationships. Like I've done that in romantic relationships, all of that stuff. I've lost myself with giving what this other person, what I thought that would be, and it wound up blowing up.
So never give so much where you don't reach
you
your own goals.
Right. That's great advice. Thank you. Adam Grant?
Yeah, Adam Grant. He's one of the most brilliant guys in the world.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I would love to have him on our podcast. Is he?
I share his memes all the time on.
Can we reach out to Adam? Would he?
Sure. I don't know.
Visit out loud.
But again, what I like about him, he's the academics that are behind it, where he does these studies. He just
talks the talk, but he also,
So it's kind of like you have an intuition that something's this way, and then he does studies on them where he finds studies that are already done. But and it goes back to knowing when to say no too, and that's kind
exercising your no.
Yeah.
At that point, I think I'm going to exercise our no to not move on to another topic for today.
Good job.
I think I've revealed a lot about myself today, and I think I've been very honest with myself today.
Not bad. Not as good as Mel, but pretty good.
I'd love to have Mel on too. Could you imagine? Mel Robbins, I've been listening to you for a long time. I've been watching you for a long time. Way before Let Them and all those other things. Mel helped me out of a very, very, very low point in my life. Her and another influence. Influence. I don't like to call them influencers because
informational.
And like life coach, right?
Yeah.
Life coaches, people type that. People like that. Kathy Heller was another one who helped me.
Yeah.
Those two people helped me out of a really low point in my life. So at that point, let's talk about saying goodbye to our listeners.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.